Hey, it's Mike. I'm back. Gonna do a little short video here, talk about a newly released reissued compilation by one of my favorite bands. And I didn't want to wait until I got a bunch more records in because that might be a while. Um, and I want to kind of try to do as many videos each weekend as I can. So Record Store Day is coming up this coming week, and I'll have some records then to show. I've got a record on order that I can show at that time as well. And then I've got a pre-order, but it's not due out until next year, so I can't talk about that. So I just wanted to kind of go ahead and, even though it's going to be a short video, just kind of get this out of the way. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite bands. The band is called Lush. They're a four-piece band out of the UK, or were. They're no longer. They put out 3 studio albums. They put out a mini album. They put out some compilations, a bunch of singles and EPs and stuff. And yeah, I love this band. And I'm really excited that they went ahead and did this. It was kind of out of nowhere. So let me kind of do maybe just a short history of their reissues that they've put out on vinyl, because I really, this is really what kind of started my rebuying of vinyl, because I stopped buying vinyl back in the late 80s when CDs started coming out, and I bought all the hype that CDs sounded better, and it was more convenient for me as well, you know, driving around in a car, having a CD Walkman or having a CD player in the car and stuff. And we weren't at the point yet to where we could burn CDs, burn music on the CDs to make compilations. We could just listen. So anyway, so I stopped buying vinyl way back when, and then started buying it again, probably with this compilation, and it's called Origami, and it's a compilation of Lush's actually five releases, full-length releases, I guess. The first one being a compilation called Gala, the second one being Spooky, their first full-length album, and then Split, which is their second full-length album, Love Life, their last full-length album, and then Topolino, which is a compilation of B-sides and rarities and stuff. So all of those were included on this compilation. And yeah, so I was really psyched to kind of all at once get all these Lush releases on vinyl, because I wasn't collecting Lush on vinyl way back when. I did have a couple here and there, but the only reason why I was buying them was because they had B-sides and rare things on them, and I wanted to be able to listen to those songs, and the only way I could listen to them is on vinyl. They weren't included on CD releases at the time, so that was really the only reason why I was buying vinyl way back when, of Lush. And this kind of kickstarted me into buying vinyl and to start collecting Lush again on vinyl. So yeah, so I mentioned the compilation Gala right there, and that's what I'm going to be showing today because they've done a reissue of that. People have been clamoring to get this compilation Gala on vinyl for a long time, because the only way you could get it really recently was in that compilation, and it was expensive even on release day, but it got incrementally more expensive as the years have gone by. So so yeah, so they've been kind of begging Lush to come out with a reissue of that. Well, I believe it was last year they did a bunch of reissues, but they didn't do Gala. They did their first and only 3 albums, Spooky and Split and Love Life. They did reissues of those, which is great, and they had all kinds of variations and signed copies and all kinds of great stuff. But people online and stuff were always asking, why not do Gala? Let's get that reissued. And it was kind of mum's the word. Nobody was really talking about it. Mickey, the singer guitarist, wasn't really mentioning it, and Emma Anderson, the other guitarist, was not really talking about it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Emma announces on her Facebook page, hey, we've got Gala's finally going to come out on vinyl, 2 different editions, and CD as well. And maybe I don't remember if they released a cassette or not. I wasn't buying cassettes, so I wasn't paying. I think it was just CD and vinyl. But yeah, we're gonna reissue this stuff, and here's links where you can pre-order it. So I went on immediately and pre-ordered it the day that Emma announced it. So I'll show you things. I'll show you kind of the releases that I did have before I got this new reissue. This is my original CD. This is the US release of Lush's Gala. You can see all the songs on the back there. It's on 4AD reprise for US markets. They also released this for the Japanese market as well on CD. And Wikipedia lists this as only being available on CD back when it was released for US and Japan. But I've been trying to buy a copy of this US version on vinyl because there are copies on Discogs, and it was released in 1990. So I do believe it was. I don't think that those are bootlegs or anything. So I think Wikipedia is mistaken, or whoever put that entry in is mistaken, because this was available on vinyl at the time. I did not get it because I was only buying CDs. So there's my US copy that I bought back when it first came out in 1990. I was in college at the time. So what that compilation consists of are their first 3 EPs, or actually 2 EPs and a mini LP. This was their first mini LP called Scar. 6 songs on it, produced by John Fryer. I only really know John Fryer from Love and Rockets. He produced some Love and Rockets stuff. But yeah, so he produced this. It's got some really great songs. I'll talk about the songs that I like off of each of these in a minute, but I'm just going to kind of do a show and tell. Kind of a cool thing about this particular, and these were only released one time. These were never reissued in this format. But on the inside of the cover it's printed. There's like printing on the inside of the cover. There's words and stuff way down deep inside there. It's kind of hard to see on this camera, but that's what the back looks like. Again, this is Scar, their first, I guess, official release, and it's a mini album. 6 songs, like I said. And then after that, that was 1989 that was released. In 1990, they released their first EP called Mad Love, and I love this. This is my favorite of the EPs. Produced by Robin Guthrie, who's the guitarist for the Cocteau Twins. All 4 songs are fantastic. Definitely, by far, easily my favorite of the EPs that are included on Gala. So that's that, Mad Love, 1990. I believe that was early in the year in 1990. And then later in the year, same year, 1990, they put out this kind of a long play, or extended play, excuse me, called Sweetness and Light, which is the main single off of this. Side A is Sweetness and Light, and then there's 2 songs on the B side. This was produced by Tim Freescreen, not Robin Guthrie, and beautiful packaging. Yeah, so that's the 3rd EP or whatever, the 3rd release that was compiled to make up Gala. They also included on this Gala release, there's 2 bonus songs, Hey Hey Helen and Scarlet. Scarlet was originally released on Scar, that first mini LP, Scarlet. But this version of Scarlet, that's a bonus, was produced, it was kind of re-recorded and produced by Robin Guthrie. And then also the song Hey Hey Helen, which is an ABBA cover, also produced by Robin Guthrie. So those 2 songs were also included on this compilation. So I showed you that Origami box set that I have from back in, I believe that was 2016. This is the copy of Gala that came inside that box set. This is the original. You see that the covers are different. The US cover looks like so, different artwork. The UK release, and it was a very limited release back in 1990. When they released this, they did it the US market, the Japanese market, and then also a limited release in the UK. And this is what the artwork looked like for the UK version. and they just reproduced it for this Origami box set. And it's got all the same songs that US CD that I showed. All the same songs are there. So people just wanted to get a copy of this, again, like begging Lush to reissue this, just like they reissued the three full-length albums. So that's what got released just recently. November 14th was the release date, and I got mine a few days later. They didn't ship it actually until the 14th. A lot of people already had it like for a week or two before I got mine. I don't know, I just always have that luck. They didn't ship mine until the 14th, the release date, but I did get it, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday of this past week. So I got it, so I'm happy about that. So this is what they released. I thought it was going to be like one of those kind of pocket box sets where it was the records, the full packaging of the records, 3 records inside a box. But that is not what that's not how they did it. They released it as a 3-record set inside a single sleeve. And if you see on this sleeve, they actually have the printing on the inside, which is really cool. A lot of artwork that are deep down inside that sleeve there. And then the back side looks like so. So all the artwork's been reimagined. You know, they've taken bits and pieces from the original releases and kind of redid it, rearranged it into a new design. It's really nice looking. So this shows the listings. The first one, The Sweetness and Light, is on the first record. Mad Love is on the second record. Scar is on the third record. And then they also included a 7-inch single of those 2 bonus songs, Hey Hey Helen and the re-recorded version of Scarlet that Robin Guthrie did. So that's what the outside cover looks like. And then on the inside were just inner sleeves, and they did it to kind of reproduce or kind of reimagine the artwork from the originals. It's not exactly the same. Oh God, I'm gonna tip over in my chair. This is the original, and this is the newly released version of it. And the back artwork is completely different, but it's really nice, really beautiful design. So that's the front and back of Scar, the mini album. And then front and back of Mad Love. So they've taken out the little insets of the women, the pictures of the women on the front, and they've included it on the back. Really nice. And luckily this was all packaged inside the outer sleeve and the cover, and there were no seam splits, thank goodness. I was really worried that this artwork was going to be tainted by getting seam splits, but there were no seam splits. And then the Sweetness and Light cover right there. And then the back side looks like so. Really nice inner sleeves, beautiful artwork. And I'll show you the records. They all came in different colored, complementary color scheme. So kind of a translucent magenta pink kind of color for Scar, which is really nice. The next one, Mad Love, is kind of a really kind of dark steel blue kind of color. It looks really nice with the corresponding artwork. And then the last one, Sweetness and Light, actually came out in this kind of gray, silver, actually, kind of a silver, opaque vinyl. So those are the 3 records that came inside that. And then it also came with a 7-inch single tucked inside for Hey Hey Helen and Scarlet. That's what the back looks like there. Really nice little extra to have. And then the inner, I'll show you what it's just plain black vinyl, but the labels look like so. That's really nice. Yeah, so that's it on vinyl. It came with this hype sticker as well. I always keep the hype stickers and stick them inside the plastic outer sleeves that I use. So that's the very wordy inner hype sticker. I also got the CD version of it. This actually came on time. This actually arrived on the 14th, but the vinyl didn't ship until the 14th. So that's what the back looks like there. It's a little slipcase design. The inner sleeve that the CD is inside looks like this. So they borrowed some of the artwork from the US CD version that I showed you, and then the rest of the artwork is kind of adapted from the vinyl reissue that they've just done. So that's really nice. It also came with a little inner booklet that looks like that. It's really nice. I really enjoy these graphics. I guess it's just a, you just open it up and it's got all the kind of information for each one of the records that are included in this compilation. And then the back side there. So with some liner notes. So, and then let's see if I can pop the CD out without getting my fingers on it. It's really tight in here, but that's what the CD looks like. Anyway, so that's that. That is Lush's Gala. Oh, they also, they did that. That was kind of the deluxe version, releasing it that way in this big outer sleeve, and then having the 3 records and the 7-inch inside with all the corresponding artwork and all that stuff. They also released a version that's just the basic, just like what they did back in 2016 with the Origami box set. They released this kind of version that you can get at a much cheaper price. So it's just on one single record. I don't remember what color the vinyl is. This is not it, but I think they did it on a colored vinyl. I'm not sure. It might be black vinyl. I didn't order that one just because I already had it in the Origami set. But that's really nice too for anybody who didn't get this with Origami and they want this version as well. That's very nice. I'm still on the search for the US vinyl version. I just looked right before I made this video, and I think the cheapest one is going for like 150 bucks. There might be one that's like around 100, but it was like really beat up, and I don't want to buy a beat up copy. So the cheapest nice copy is 150, and that's a little rich for my blood. So anyway, so that's it. That's Lush. That is their new reissue that they put out called Gala or Gala, whatever. Compilation of their early EPs and a bonus 7-inch single. So really nice. I'm really happy to have this in my hands now. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure it'll sound, all those other reissues that 4A did sounded great. So I'm sure this is going to sound great as well. Concert-wise, kind of disappointing. We were supposed to go see X, the punk band from Los Angeles. We were supposed to see them last week, and the whole tour was canceled. They did like 2 of the shows. I think one in Reno and one maybe in Riverside, California. And all the other dates on the tour were completely canceled and just blindsided us. So we didn't get to see X. I'm really disappointed with that. Courtney has gotten really into the band as much as I love them. And we were really looking forward to seeing them together, and that didn't happen. Tonight, I have decided to go see, I'm taking a friend with me, my friend from high school. We are going to go see Fear, the punk band Fear. It doesn't really make up for missing X, but it's going to be really cool seeing Lee Ving up there on stage with a whole band that's like at least not even half his age playing the instruments. And but it's going to sound great, and he's an awesome character. Excited to see Fear in concert tonight. They're playing at a place called the Marquee Theatre in Tempe, Arizona. We were just there. What did we go see? We saw The Fix at this place. I think it's kind of too big of a place for Fear. I mean, they must have like a whole bunch of opening bands and stuff, like just other punk bands. I don't know. It's kind of a big place for, a punk band from way back when who, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the crowd size is like and all that. But we're going to go see them. Again, we're going to go see New Dad in April of next year. I've got a couple of records on order. I'll show those when they come in, eventually when they come in. And Record Store Day, I'm going to Record Store Day on Friday morning. I'll be there early. There's 3 records I want to get. I'll show those on my next video, the ones that I get. Hopefully I'll get all 3. Yeah, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna start. I have all these videos that I've taken at concerts, and some of them are really good. Some of them are not that great. So I'll exclude the ones that are not that great. But the videos that I got that are really good, I'm gonna start like tagging them at the end of these videos, like one at a time, just to have a little bit of extra music at the end of my, since I don't play music in my videos, maybe I'll just start putting in concert footage at the very end so you can stay to the end and watch if you want. And I'll tell you which band it's going to be. I'm not sure which band it's going to be. It might be the Pixies this time. I'm not sure which band when I'm making the videos, but I'll put it in the notes in YouTube. So check that out. And I'm going to start doing that as kind of a regular thing, I think, because I've been going through my computer, and I had to get a new computer because my old computer died on me, and I've been moving like files from external drives to other. I've been kind of organizing things because I had photos and videos in all different places, and I'm trying to compile them to see what I've got, and I'm coming across all these live videos that I've taken that are actually pretty decent, and bands that I talk about on this channel, so I think it makes sense to show them here. So I think I'm going to start doing that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to do, my next video is going to be a thread response. So stay tuned for that. I might do it today. I might do it tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it'll be soon. Thanks for watching anyways. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you before then. All right. Love you. Bye.